Welcome to our presentation of the HandiCalendar. Before I show you the HandiCalendar, I thought it'd be really nice to show you how the HandiCalendar has developed over the years. Launched in 2000 on a PDA device, the project with Abilio was aimed at supporting people with cognitive issues. So this is anyone that has trouble with planning, sequencing, starting and finishing tasks, much the same as a visual timetable. The development has continued, and we now have the HandiCalendar available as an app for smartphones. The app is available on Apple and Android devices and works across both. So if you have an Apple iPad and an Android phone, you are able to access your HandiCalendar on both devices. The app works on phones, iPads, Android tablets, and can link to your smartwatches if you're using one. This is the quarter-hour principle. The quarter-hour principle was developed to make the concept of time more visible and make it easier for people to see time. The quarter-hour principle uses coloured dots in a column going down. The dots go out every 15 minutes, and this clearly shows time passing and getting smaller. Most people will understand the concept of more or less, and this is what we show using the coloured dots. The coloured dots also show how long it is until an activity finishes, when the next activity will start, and what's already been completed. The concept of every 15 minutes doesn't necessarily need to be learned and understood by the user. They just need to see that time is passing and that time is now visible. The quarter-hour principle is present in all of our cognition products. For this demo, we'll be looking at how the HandiCalendar can support people to work independently. This is the week view, and you can see on the week view that the whole week's activities are in there for somebody to see really quickly. There's the option of a day view, the option of a list view. You can see on this view that anything that's work related has been color coded in blue so that the user can see exactly where they are in their day and what they should be doing. There's the week view, and there's also a month view. This allows the user to get an overview of the month and still see where they are during the day. Back to the day view, the red line that goes across the screen you can see shows where you are now, and this goes back to the quarter-hour principle of using more or less to work out how far you are through your day. If we go to the first item on the activities, you'll see that this is a wake up activity. At 7 o'clock the alarm will sound and the person will wake up, and then they can go through their checklist and check things off as they do them. This can be made as complicated or as in-depth as you need to. You can set reminders for important things like remembering your keys, remembering to lock the door. You can add a note function for extra information or social stories. You can add a timer function to help the person with timed activities and to keep on track. Again, the note function so people can see what they need to do for their lunch. There's the option to add a map to help the person find where they're going. This will be shown separately. There's the option to add a URL. This will take you through to, in this instance, how to cook your dinner. Again, I'll show you this separately after the presentation. There's the option to set up life skills. In this case, this is to help somebody to do their washing. So the first one will say sort the dirty washing, and this is something that you could do with the person so that it's their washing they're sorting, and their activity that they are recording. And again, you can tick them off as you go to keep on track. There's the option to add a phone number. This will only work on a phone or with a tablet that's got a SIM card attached. And you can add things like important reminders such as medication. You can make that checkable as well. Adding a new activity is really simple. You click on the add button in the top right hand side of the screen. You choose what type of activity it will be, so it could be single, all day, reoccurring. The reoccurring you can set up to be weekly, monthly or yearly. And on a weekly you can choose which days you're going to set it up on. There is the option to add every second week as well if somebody's on a 2-week rota. You have the option to put an end date in or no end date. Then you can go through and name your activity. You can click on add picture. There's a file library that comes with it with Abilio pictures in there. And these are just standard pictures. You have the option to download pictures off the internet. Or you have the option to use the camera roll that's on your camera. You can then enter a start time. And you can enter an end time. You can make the activity delete after or not. You can make the whole activity checkable or not. You also have the option of creating a category. As you saw at the beginning, all the work-related activities were colour-coded blue. And then you can use the traffic light system. So if somebody's got a high anxiety task, you could maybe colour that red. If it's a task they really like doing, in green. The possibilities are endless with this. After this, you can add extra information. So we've been through notes, checklists, voice memos, timers, picture. For this one, I'm going to be adding a voice memo. You record your voice memo straight into the activity. Then you have the option to play it back or save it. This is great for people that would prefer to hear their instructions, or if it's a high anxiety task, maybe it would be better coming from a familiar voice. You then have the option down the bottom of adding an alarm. The options here are to add an alarm that alarms through your device, a silent alarm which comes up as a full page notification, or no alarm. You also have the opportunity to add reminders, so if something hasn't been completed, it will keep reminding until it has. And down the bottom, you'll see that there's a little person, and this offers speech support. If you click on that person and then click on any part of the activity on the screen, it will read it. So if you click on the person and click on start time, it will verbally say start time for you. And then you can see that the activity that we've just created has been added to the calendar, and it tells you what it is, that there's a reminder on it, and then there's connected information. You can also see that there's a menu here. This is where you can go in and create basic activities, create basic checklists, and then instead of creating the same one every time, you can select it from your basic activities. The rest of the calendar menu is in there as well to change all your settings. Abilio is our cloud account for remote supporting our cognition devices. So you can remote support people using the HandiCalendar, the memo planner, and also some of our ECS devices. With the Abilio account, you can have multiple support people attached to one user account. This means that family members, support people, teachers, work placement support, live-in support, anybody who is supporting that user will be able to have access to the Abilio account. On the Abilio account, you'll be able to see the person's calendar, you'll be able to add activities, change activities, and also monitor those tasks that you've set up to be tickable to make sure that that person's done everything that they were supposed to have done on the day. Abilio also provides group support, so one support person can have access to multiple user calendars, and in their one Abilio account, they can add the users as necessary. This gives them the access to all of the calendars, but also means that you can add activities to groups of users. Abilio is available to access on any web browser. This means you can access it on a PC, a laptop, a phone, a tablet, whatever device you're using. And you can also set up a web app on your home screen for easy access. For HandiCalendar, we offer a 4-week free trial, so you can trial the calendar to make sure it's going to work for you before purchasing. To access the trial, you'll need to create a Abilio account online, create a user account, and then use those credentials to log into the app, which you can download from the relevant app store. There's lots of help to get you started with HandiCalendar, both on our website, as well as a manual, a picture guide, and training videos. We offer initial team training, follow-up sessions if needed, and online training sessions. We have a support team in our office who is available 9 till 5 Monday to Friday. You also have the support of your regional sales manager who you can email at any time and they will get back to you as soon as they can. I hope that you've enjoyed our presentation on the HandiCalendar. If you have any questions or would like to find out more about our solutions or book a free product demonstration for your team, please contact us on the contact details shown on the slide. Thank you.